Guys, hope that you'll be safe and sound. Guys, today I'm here to talk about some major element and important points with regard about English phonetics. When you listen the word English phonetics at the time, what kind of image is created in your mind having been listened the word English phonetics, and what the hell English phonetics is, and what are the advantages and disadvantages of English phonetics. Guys, आज हम बात करने जा रहे हैं इंग्लिश फोनेटिक्स के हवाले से कि इंग्लिश फोनेटिक्स क्या होती है, ये हमें स्पीकिंग में कैसे हेल्प करती है, इसके अलावा इसके एडवांटेजेस क्या हैं, और इसके अलावा हमें इंग्लिश सीखनी क्यों है, व्हाट इज़ द रीज़न, व्हाट इज़ द मोटिव, एंड व्हाट इज़ इम्पल्स और व्हाट इज़ purport to learn English phonetics. When you feel like learning English grammar, English language, then is it necessary for you? First of all, the question arises here, is it necessary for you to have classes of English phonetics or not? Number one thing. Second is that are you able to learn vocabulary or not? Is it compulsory for us for speaking English? Do we need vocabulary or don't we need vocabulary? Entirely things will be told to you step by step. So guys, let's come to know with regard about English phonetics, that what is English phonetics. Let's talk about English phonetics. Guys, English phonetics is a study of human sound. It is the study of human animal sound. It means when you feel like talking with regard about Anglo sound, when any kind of Anglo will talk, then he might say that this corner over there, and we say there is a corner over there. What is the difference, and what is the differentiation between English phonetics and the person who is speaking Anglo from Anglo side, and what is the difference between the person who is speaking from our side, just like from our country, from any kind of further country, then what should be the differences here will be told to you here step by step. So let's come to know with regard about English phonetics. What is English phonetics, guys? Phonetics is the study of human animal sound. It has been divided into three kinds. Number one, acoustic phonetics, auditory phonetics, articulatory phonetics. Acoustic phonetics, auditory phonetics, and articulatory phonetics. What are the differences between acoustic, auditory, and articulatory phonetics? Guys, when you feel like talking with regard about auditory phonetics, it means in auditory phonetics, what we do, we study the level of sound, that how the sound travels, what was the frequency of sound, and what are the ranges of sound. And in case you feel like talking about acoustic sound, what is acoustic sound? It is the study of physical aspect of sound, that how do physical aspect occurs. And when you feel like talking with regard about any kind of language, at that time what will be place of your lips, what will be place of your hands, what will be place of your tongue, what will be place of your nose, what will be place of your face. It means what will be your place. It is entirely study with regard about your placing and the settlement or the physical aspect, that how do we speak and what are the manners or stages to speak English. Clear? In auditory and articulatory phonetics, what we study the types of sound, just like what is bilabial sound, labidental sound, interdental sound, uvular sound, copular sound, non-copular sound, and for the branches of sound. Just like suppose any kind of first of all, the question arises here, that where the sound comes from, where the sound comes from. Does it come from a mouth, does it come from our lungs, or does it come from any kind of other source? So question arises here. So guys, let me know, sound has been divided into some numbers of organs, that what are these. Let's come to know step by step. Sound can be studied by your nasal cavity. It means your nasal cavity, the cavity or the sound which is produced by your nose is said to be nasal cavity, and it is also produced by your mouth. It means your oral cavity. What are the oral cavities, and how does it occur from our oral cavity, and what is your glottis cavity, and what is nasalization cavity. What does nasalization means? It means it is the combined study of oral plus nasal. When your sound is by dialected sound, it means it can be occurred by your mouth plus your nose. Just suppose I'm here to talk about B. It is your bilabial sound. It means it is creamed by your mouth, but it is also your nasal sound. For example, G. What are, let's come to know what is bilabial sound, what is interdental sound, labidental sound, and what are the branches of sounds. Clear? So guys, sound, first of all we need to study the cavities, clear, as I've told you with regard about cavities. And sound can be delivered by your mouth, by your nose, or by any kind of other thing as well. Just suppose I'm here and I'm talking with regard about my oral cavity and my nasal cavity. Just like, what is bilabial sound? The sound which is produced with the bunch of your lips is said to be bilabial sound. Just like I'm here and I'm telling you the B. What is happening while saying B? Whenever I'm interacting the B, then my sound is delivered with the bunch of my lips. What is it? It is my bilabial sound. Just like P, it is also bilabial sound. M, it is also bilabial sound. Guys, question arises here that why do we call it bilabial sound? Because what is lip? It is your lip, it is one lip, it is second lip. And bilabial means a sound that is delivered with the bunching of two lips, means bilabial sound. Just like when I said B, so my lips bunch together, just like B, M, P. Here in entirely things my lips are bunching. So what is it? This procedure, this schedule will be said to be bilabial sound. And what is libodental sound, guys? Libodental sound means whenever your lower tip will touch to your upper cavity of teeth, just like V, F, V, F. When V and F, what is happening? Your lip is going to touch your upper cavity of teeth, and this upper cavity of teeth will also, by the touching of your when your lower lip touches to your upper cavity of teeth, this procedure will be said to be libodental sound. Okay. Afterwards, in G, you might hear the word G. G is also your nasal sound. And question arises here, what are the nasal sounds, guys? Now question, first of all we need to bunch our nose. Just suppose I have bunched my nose. Right now I'm going to pronounce A B C. Clear? A B C D E F G. What is happening? I'm not feeling any kind of disturbance while producing the sound. But in case I'll interact with regard about bilabial nasal words, just like M and in M, and what is happening? My sound is not clear. Clear? Why my sound is not clear? Because as I've interacted M and N. What are your M and N? Your M and N are your nasal sounds. Accordingly, it is not occurring, and you might feel difficulty while pronouncing the word in case you bunch your nose. So what is happening? It proves you that it is your nasal sound. Clear? Afterwards we have talked with regard about uh, uh, bilabial sound, libodental sound, and there are further branches of sounds as well. Now question arises here, guys, that what do we study with regard about sounds, and what is the need to study sound, and when it was made, what was the need to make phonetics, and when it was established. So guys, let's come to know step by step. First of all, I'm going to talk about IPA. You might arise your question that what is IPA, sir? IPA means International Phonetics Alphabets. What is your International Phonetics Alphabets? It was a rule that was made in 1888 in order to pronounce correctly. Do you know why we feel differences between languages? Just like if the person who's here and speaks English, then he might be different from the person who is speaking in America, and American might be different from the person who is speaking in UK, and UK, the person whose nationality is UK, his speaking might be different from Chinese, and his Chinese speaking might be different from Japanese. It means what is happening is travel comes. So travel comes with the differentiation of language. In order to maintain the differentiations, what happened? They made a rule named by IPA, International Phonetics Alphabets, in 1888 in order to give us complete information that how the language words are combined and how do we make sound and how can we speak like Anglo. Right now I'm also trying to speak in order to your present, just like I feel like making you understand accordingly. I'm trying to speak in simple language. I'm not utilizing here phonetical words because I have to make you understand accordingly. Clear? And so afterwards we have talked about certain points. Afterwards we are going to talk with regard about another topic. What is that? Let us come to know. So guys, after the phonetical topic, and in my next video I'll tell you further branch regarding further branches of phonetics, that what are other types of sound, just like what are monophthongs, diphthongs, and sounds of vowels and consonants. What are sounds of vowels and consonants will be told to here in my next video. Right now I'm going to discuss about speaking points, that what are the points of speaking English. Most numbers of students when they come before me, so they might arise a question that, sir, how can we speak English, how can we speak in proper manner on a proper schedule. So let's come to know regarding speaking points. Do you know what are the points to speak correctly or in correct manners? And the points are, most numbers of students when they come before me, they might arise a question that मैं speak नहीं कर सकता. What is the reason why you cannot speak English? Because मेरे पास vocabulary नहीं है. Because due to lack of vocabulary I'm unable to speak English. Then what are the procedure by which you can speak English? Clear? So guys, first of all you need to know that, do you know how many words do you know? A research was happened. According to that research, a common person who is even unable to write down, he might know more than 3 to 500 words. And for the sake of speaking English, you are just required 300 to 330 350 words in order to speak English. In case you feel like speaking, then you are required less words, less numbers of words. What you are to do, you are to speak English. For the sake of speaking, the vocabulary is not a big deal. What is the big deal? The big deal is practice. When you come into the practice for speaking English, you will become a good speaker day by day or with the passage of time. I can make you sure that with the help of your, how can you speak properly and what is the thing. Clear? So guys, do you know, for the sake of speaking, in case you would like to become a good speaker, then what you are required, you did not feel that I don't know words. In case you practice for 1 day, for 2 day, or for 3 day, you will become the best speaker. In case you practice in the regular schedule or on the regular basis, then you will become a good speaker. For the sake of speaking English, what you are required, let's come to know step by step. First of all, you need a good stroke of usage. Before this, first of all you need to have confidence in yourself that I can speak English. Try to speak English whatever, how you are speaking, this is not a big deal. Are you speaking correct, are you speaking incorrect, how are you speaking, this is not a big deal. What is the big deal? The big deal is just try to speak English and come under the ground or under the pipeline of speaking oration. When you come under the pipeline of oration, automatically your mistakes will be absconded and a day you will become a good speaker. For sake of speaking, what we are required, first of all we are required good stroke of usage, verbal usage. That what are the usage? Just suppose I'm here and I'm telling you I should speak English, and instead of I should, I'm obliged to interact that I'm obliged to speak English, I'm commanded to speak English. A sentence of should can be made more than 60 procedures. What are these 60 procedures? These 60 procedures are the stages by which you can speak in best manners. First of all, for the sake of starting or for the sake of beginners, in case you are a beginner, then just try to speak English. When you have become good speaker. Afterwards, what you are needed to work on advanced usage, that what are the advanced usage. And instead of this, what can we utilize? Just like, do you know, your active verbs can be changed more than 50 procedures. You can change even the helping verbs of present indefinite, past indefinite, and entirely active verbs helping verb can be changed. How can it be possible? It can be possible due to or on the account of your knowledge based, how much knowledge do you are based on. And most numbers, when you went to have admission in any kind of academy, they might make you understand, and they will try to have your intention towards speaking, that we are providing a speaking course like this. Guys, this is all fake. What is reality? In case you would like to survive under the ground of English, then you are required to work on English grammar. As much as you work, your speaking will be flourished, and day by day, slowly gradually, what would happen? Slowly gradually you will come under the background of speaking, or in good speaking, or in the best speaking. How will it be possible? It will be procedure whenever you will start working out on your grammar. And the basic need is grammar. Clear? Do you know, just like in case you are a Hindi speaker, Urdu speaker, or you belong to any kind of language, in case any kind of person who is best in your, okay, so what was needed is told to you. Clear? First of all, you need to have believe in yourself. Afterwards, you are required a good stroke of vocabulary. When you have gained the vocabulary, you need somehow vocabulary. In case you feel like become the best speaker, in case you are a beginner, then you are not required vocabulary. Just try to start slowly, gradually. Your vocabulary will automatically be flourished or progressed. Okay. Afterwards, what you are needed is, I've told you, you are needed to work on advanced usage. You are needed to work on your English grammar. In case you have good skill of grammar, as much grammar you have, similarly, in case you have the best scope of grammar, then you might have best spoke of your speaking. In case you have best spoke of your speaking, then slowly gradually what would happen? Automatically your speaking will flourish. Okay. And so it was the thing that you were required for the sake of speaking, and it was the requirement. Afterwards, you are needed to in case you are a presentator and you feel like working out on presentation, then what you are required for the sake of presentation, try to dress in well manner. Just like in case you are going to give presentation, then you are required to have tie or three piece. It will change your, first of all, dressing is the first impression. In case you have, afterwards what would happen, you cannot imagine even. So first thing is your dressing. After dressing, you need to work on, try to work on projector. And in case you will highlight your presentation through projector, then what will happen? It would occur the charming in your presentation, and the charming of your presentation will also attract to audience. Then it was the things that you were needed. And try to work on slides, PowerPoint slides. In case you have made PowerPoint slides for presentation, then it will be the best. And now for giving a good presentation, what you are required? Clear? A requirement of good presentation. In case you would like to give a good presentation, then first of all you need to know that how to start presentation. And just like I'm here, and I'm going to talk about just like education. Clear? I have come on the stage and I've told you guys, my name is Prem, and I'm going to talk on education. Then this will not occur any kind of effectiveness in your speaking. In case you would like to become a good speaker, then you are required to work on it more and more, again and again. Just like I'm here and I'm talking about my presentation. Clear? I've started. I would like to begin with the marvelous naming of supernatural power or supernatural creature, who is the most beneficent and the most merciful. Secondly, I'm grateful of my teacher because he has given me a provided me a dynamic chance, a superb chance, a brilliant chance to highlight, to pinpoint, to point out my skills, abilities, and pro capabilities before all of you, and entire of you. Today I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm mindful of my teacher because he has given me a dynamic chance, a superb chance, a golden chance to highlight, to pinpoint, to point out my skills, abilities, and pro capabilities before all of you, and entire of you. Today or the present day, I'm going to talk about education. What is education, guys? What the hell education is? Whenever you listen the word education, at the time what kind of image is created in your mind having been listened the word education? So let's come to know with regard about education, guys. Do you know that the word education is taken from a Latin word educare, that means to know. That means to know. In case you would like to know yourself, then you are needed to work on education. In case you would like to know that how the universe was made, how the cosmos is structured, how the countries are progressing, how the technology is occurred, then you are required to, or you are needed to work on your education. With the help of education, what can we do, and what is education? Education is the ornament of human being. When you wear such ornament, then your quality will shine. Is when girls wear their ornaments, so what happens, they might shine. Similarly, the humanity's best thing is your. Okay, so what is education? Education is the ornament of human being. When you wear such ornament, so what would happen? Your quality might shine. With the help of education, what can you do? You can differentiate between what is right and wrong, what is good and bad, what is correct and incorrect, what is proper and improper. It can be differentiated by the help of education. Just like with the help of education, most numbers of countries have become successful, and most numbers of countries are under the line of being progressive. Just like you can have the example of America. Today or the present day, America is the example of supernatural power. What is the impulse? What do we call it? Supernatural power. It is expertise in the field of spacecraft. It is expertise in the field of cosmology. It is expertise in the field of technology. It is expertise in each and every kind of field. What is the reason? What is the impulse? What is the motive? Because she has or it has education. Like you can have the example of China. China is also expertise in the field of electronic technology and mobile technology. What is the reason? Because she has or it has education. Like you can have the example of India. India is progressing, India is prospering, India is flourishing by leaps and bounds, or in an emphasizing way. Guys, as I've told you, then for the sake of education, what you are required, for the sake of speaking on any kind of topic, just like I've spoken on the topic of education, what is required? First of all, you need fluency, and in case as much fluency you have, your speaking will be flourished. In case I have good stroke of fluency, and I can speak in best fluency, then my speak will be considered into best speakers. Why my speak will be considered into best speakers? Because I have such talent to speak on. Clear? And so first of all, you are required to have believe in yourself. Afterwards, don't feel hesitation. Try to speak while making the eye contact between in front of audience. In case you have made your eye contact in front of audience, then your speaking will have a charming. Clear? So you are required to have eye contact with the audience. Afterwards, you are required to speak as louder, as much louder as you can do. Clear? In case you speaking will become louder, then it will have a best scope of everything. Clear? And so you are needed to work on your such things as I've told you. In case you will start working and you will work on these things, you will neither become considered into lower speakers. You will all your grade of speaking will also become higher or the highest. Clear? Afterwards, I'm going to talk about uh, other things, that what kind of things we are needed, and how can we speak in best manners. I've told you what is English phonetics. I've also told you. Right now I'm going to discuss you some elements that for the sake of speaking, what kind of topics belonging to grammar we are required. Clear? And so I'm gonna tell you topics, just like first of all, you need to differentiate between basic. You need to have learn English from introduction, just like what is English, where the English is taken from, what was the motive to discover English, and how English came from. Clear? These were the things which were needed. We have worked on education. After education, what we are required to work on introduction, just like what is word, what is sentence, what is later, what is fragment, like this. First of all, you need to differentiate between word and sentence. And later, what is later, guys? Latin alphabet, what does mean? Both are similar and synonym of each other. Clear? And just like what is later, it is a basic unit of English. Is said to be later. Every language has its basic unit, just like in Urdu you might have alif be, in Sindhi you might have alif be, in Hindi we have kk. In each and every language we have basic letters, clear, or basic script. In English the script we have is said to be letters or alphabets, and that is its ABC. Afterwards, when it combines, so it makes a word. What is word? Question arises here. Word is a group of letters or alphabets. It's a group of letters or alphabet that gives us any meaning having combined, but does not give us complete sense. Just like uh, I have joined some letter, just like APPLE, then it might create the word apple. What does apple mean? In case I have enter into classroom and I've told apple, I've interacted apple. Question might be arisen that what do you mean by apple? Would like to eat apple? Do you wanna have apple? Do you wanna give apple? And what you would like to do with the apple? Clear? So these were the things which were required. Clear? In case I'll come into the classroom and I'll say chair, then what you would like to do with chair? Would like to have chair? Do you want to give chair? Do you want to place chair? Would like to break chair? You are required chair. You are going to sit on the prime minister's chair. What you would like to do with chair? It means question will also be arisen that what you would like to do with chair. As I've told you with regard about definition, it is a group of letters that gives us any meaning having combined, but does not give us complete sense. As I've told you that what you like to do with the thing, it is not told. Clear? In case you like to talking about sentence, what is sentence? It is a group of letters or alphabets which gives us complete meaning or complete sense having combined, is said to be sentence. Just like what is sentence? It is the sequence of syntax which is joined or sequenced with regard about the grammatical sequence of words. Just like I've come here and I've told you and that first of all, when I came, I said just apple. The question was arisen that what you like to do with apple? Would like to have apple? Do you want to give apple? Would like to possess apple? What is the requirement? What you would like to do with apple? The question was this. And when I've told you with regard about chair, then question was arisen. Would like to have chair? Do you want to sell chair? Do you want to purchase a chair? Would like to break chair? And you are going to sit on prime minister chairs. What you would like to do with chair? But in case in sentence, what is the definition? Is I've told you that it is a group of words, and word was a group of letters. Clear? It is a group of words and it gives us complete meaning plus sense. Just like I entered into classroom and I've told you that it's an apple. It's an apple. You will be understood that sir would like to interact us or negotiate us or gossip us that it is an apple. Sir is telling me that. And in case with regard our chair, I came into classroom and I've told you that where is my chair. You will automatically be understood that what I would like to do with chair, I'm just finding out my chair. And what I would like to do with apple, I'm gonna highlight you or I'm gonna tell you that it is an apple. Clear? So this was the thing which I've told you with regard about word and sentence. What are the differences? It is just group of letters. Word is a group of letters and that gives us any meaning and does not give us complete sense. And what is sentence? It is a group of words. It gives us complete meaning or sense, therefore it is said to be sentence. Now there's another thing, that there are some sentences which does not give us complete meaning or complete sense. Just like I've told you I'm cooking. I'm cooking. You might arise a question that what you are cooking. Would like to cook vegetable, meat, or what you are cooking. I've told you I'm making. Are you making? Question might be arisen. Just like I've told you I'm teaching. What am I? Are you teaching? Question might be arisen. Just like are you teaching chemistry, physics, biology, botany, zoology, English? What are you teaching? Question might be arisen. Clear? So such kind of sentences will be called is fragment. What is fragment? It is an incomplete sentence that is joined with the due to grammatical sequence, and it will neither give us complete meaning or complete sense. This procedure is said to be sentence. Clear? After afterwards we are needed to talk about English. What is English, guys? English. Right now we are going to talk about English. That what is English? Clear? It is an international language. By the help of English, we are obliged to talk in around entirely country, and we can have conversation between each other. Clear? Now, in case I've told you with regard about English, then question might be arisen that where the English came from, what was the old English, and English is divided into five kinds. Clear? British English, American English, Canadian English, Australian English, and South African English. Clear? Most popular are two of them. Most popular two of them are British English and American English. As I've told you that there are two kinds of English with regard about we are going to talk. Clear? British English and American English. Then question might be arisen that in case there are two kinds which are British and American English, then what are the differences between British English and American English? Clear? And what is English? Why should we learn English? Clear? So guys, let me tell you that what is English. It is international language of the world by which we can express our ideas in front of whole world. Clear? And second thing is that English is also antibiotic dose. Just like in case you like to have medicine, then it is compulsory for you to have antibiotic, so that in case you have any kind of other disease and it was not tested, it might be absconded. So like this, in case you like to survive under the background of study, or you are a student, then you are required to work on English. Is your English is improved, as much your English is improved, as you can survive there. Clear? So there these were the things by which you can speak in well manners. Okay, now what is English? The old name of English was Anglo-Saxon. From where the Anglo-Saxon came and how did they come? The question might be arisen. Do you know that how the English was developed, and when it was written in first time, then what were the scripts by which it was written? So I need to have a short or brief statement of history, that what is history, and in case we shall have aspect of history, then we can speak in better manners. Just like, do you know who were the cells? Who are the cells and from where the cells came? And do you know that in case you go before the thousands of years ago, 2 or 3 thousand years ago, then what happened 2 or 3 thousand years ago? Okay, so as I've told you, what were the things which were required and what was English? We were talking actually with regard about background. Clear? So, in case you go thousands of years ago, then thousands of years ago, there were people said to be said, Celts. They used to interact Celtic language, and they were also called Breton and Gals. And they went at a place in which were fully blank. They owned that land and started living there. They lived there until 55 BC. In 55 BC, what happened? The people belonging to Rome, they came and attacked them again and again. Once they come and attack them, second they come attack them, third they came attack them, and at least in 55 BC, what happened? They owned that land. They were actually invaders. Clear? They invaded it and became successful while invading. Clear? When and they come, so what happened that it was very easy for you to have, because cells were not as much able as to defeat them. Accordingly, they defeated to cells easily, and the people were belonging to Rome. Clear? and they lived there from 55 BC to 407 AD. They went there, they worked on architectures, and they have also given a huge amount of literature to that land, that kind of land. Clear? Do you know the people who came? They were actually intelligent people belonging to Rome, and at that time, it was a fabulous tribe to be found in the history of that time, era. And so they were aggressive one. Afterwards, what happened, they started working on different numbers of fields, just like they have distributed dramas into episodes. Before this, dramas were not distributed into episodes, but Rome's were the people who distributed dramas into episodes. They have distributed dramas into episodes. Afterwards, they worked on architecture. They were very sensible people, and in 407 AD they went. The question arises here that when they were intelligent, they were remarkable, then why did they leave that kind of place and said to be Breton and Gals? So cells when they went. Why did they went? In 407 AD, some there were some people who tried to defeat Rome country. In order to save their own country or hometown, they went there in order to protect their country. For the sake of protection, they went to Rome. They were shifted into Rome, and they have left completely the place in which they were living. It means Sal's place. Afterwards, cells were there, but they were not as much able as to defeat any kind of tribes. When it was therefore it was considered as black land. So it was a blank land. Everybody would like to have its possession because it was fabulous one, and Rome has worked worked it out. Clear? So cells were the people. Clear? So Rome was a country who wanted to defeat, but could not, because in 407 they had to go. When they went, so there were some tribes. Two of them are Picts and Escorts. These are two most fabulous tribes belonging to that era. क्लियर? ये दोनों बहुत ज़्यादा फेबुलस ट्राइब्स थी, और इन दोनों ट्राइब्स ने ये सोचा कि मैं वहाँ पर जाऊँ और इनके ऊपर कब्जा करूँ कैसे भी. They wanted to have ownership of that land, but they were helpless actually. क्योंकि सेल्स वाले हेल्पलेस थे. 3000 साल से भी ज़्यादा उनके ऊपर किसी ने हुकूमत की थी, तो अब वो इतने एबल तो थे नहीं कि उनको डिफीट कर सके. जब वो इतने एबल नहीं थे कि उन्हें डिफीट कर सके, तो उन्होंने क्या किया कि हेल्प मांगी थर्ड ट्राइब से, जिसका नाम था एंग्लो सैक्सन ट्राइब्स. तो इन्होंने एंग्लो सैक्सन ट्राइब से हेल्प मांगी कि आएँ और हमें प्रोटेक्ट करें. तो गाइस अब क्वेश्चन अराइज होता है कि एंग्लो सैक्सन क्या है. क्लियर? एंग्लो सैक्सन एक्चुअली कॉम्बिनेशन है तीन ट्राइब्स की, एंग्लिश, ज्यूटीज, सैक्सन्स की. एंग्लिश कौन है? वो बंदे जो डेनमार्क से आए थे. ओ सॉरी, वो बंदे जो पेनिनसुला बाल्टिक सी की यहाँ से आए थे. गाइस पेनिनसुला क्या होता है कि एक ऐसी जगह जिसके तीन हिस्से जो है वो समुंदर ने घेरे हुए हों, और एक हिस्सा जो है वो खुश्की की तरफ हो, तो उसे जो है ना पेनिनसुला कहा जाता है. तो वो पेनिनसुला के वहाँ से आए थे, वो लोग थे इससे बिलोंग करने वाले. पेनिनसुला बेल्टिक सी की यहाँ से आए थे. कौन आए थे? इंग्लिश. उसके बाद जो ज्यूटीज थे वो कहाँ से आए थे? वो आई थिंक स्कॉटलैंड से आए थे. और डेनमार्क से जो आए थे ना, उनका नाम था सैक्सन्स. तो इंग्लिश, ज्यूटीज, सैक्सन्स, इन तीनों ने मिलकर एक ट्राइब बनाई थी जिसका नाम था एंग्लो सैक्सन्स. क्योंकि ज्यूटीज का इतना ज़्यादा वर्क नहीं है, तो इसी वजह से इसका नाम हाईलाइट नहीं किया जाता है. क्लियर? एंग्लोस, ज्यूट्स एंड सैक्सन्स. तो एंग्लो सैक्सन ये ट्राइब बन गई. इन्होंने 407 AD में वहाँ पर आए, पिक्स एंड स्कॉट से लड़े. लड़ते लड़ते यानी जब तक इन्होंने कब्जा किया, तो 449 AD में जाकर इन्होंने उस इराकी, मतलब उस प्लेस की ओनरशिप हासिल की. तो 449 AD के बाद ये रहे हैं 1066 तक. वैसे एक्चुअली ये 787 तक रहे हैं. इन्होंने क्या किया, अपनी मोनार्की को 5 हिस्सों में डिवाइड किया था. ठीक है, डिफरेंट हिस्सों में डिवाइड किया था. इसके बाद जो है इन्होंने टैक्स लगाना स्टार्ट किया था. ये रिलीजियस पीपल थे. इनके अंदर से ऑथर्स भी काफ़ी निकले थे. कैडमन हो गया, और अपना क्या कहते हैं, प्रोज राइटर्स भी निकले थे, और डिफरेंट नंबर्स ऑफ, मतलब ये बहुत ज़्यादा एग्रेसिव लोग थे. इनका किंग था किंग अल्फ्रेड द ग्रेट. क्लियर? जिन्होंने 8th सेंचुरी के अंदर जो है प्रोज काफ़ी लिखे थे, और इसके अलावा इस टाइम का लिटरेचर भी बहुत ज़्यादा फेबुलस था, जस्ट लाइक सिमिते वगैरह ये था। और मेरे ख्याल ब्यूल्फ भी इस टाइप की बहुत ज़्यादा फेबुलस पोइट्री थी, ठीक है। ये 407 से लेकर 787 तक वहाँ पर आए थे। 787 में एक्चुअली क्या हुआ कि इन्हें वो प्लेस छोड़नी पड़ी, इन्हें वो प्लेस छोड़नी पड़ी। क्यों वो प्लेस छोड़नी पड़ी, उसका रीज़न क्या था? क्योंकि वहाँ पर 787 में मतलब कि इन्होंने कंप्लीट छोड़ी तो नहीं थी, बट ये छोड़ने वाले थे। उसका एक बहुत बड़ा रीज़न है, वो रीज़न ये था कि उस टाइम जो है वाइकिंग्स वहाँ पर आके कब्जा करना चाहते थे। अच्छा, वाइकिंग्स कौन है, ये क्वेश्चन अराइज होता है। वाइकिंग उस टाइम के जंगली लोग थे, और इनकी जो सज़ाए मौत थी ना, वो ये थी कि ये जो कॉमन बंदा है ना, उसकी पीठ को चीर के उसके विंग्स बनाते थे, यानी उसे खोलते थे और फिर उसके अंदर कुछ चीज़ें वगैरह भी डालते होंगे या ऐसा ही कुछ था। तो ये जो है वो उस टाइम के लोग थे जिन्हें हम वाइकिंग्स कहते हैं। सो दिस वर द पीपल बिलोंगिंग टू दैट इरा। उसके बाद 1066 में नॉर्मन कॉन्क्वेस्ट वगैरह हुई थी, और हम जस्ट यहाँ पर एंग्लो सैक्सोन तक बात करने वाले हैं। एंग्लो सैक्सोन तक बात क्यों करने वाले, 1066 में ये चले गए थे। जब एंग्लो सैक्सोन आए थे तो उस टाइम इंग्लिश को फर्स्ट टाइम लिखा गया था लैटिन और जर्मन लैंग्वेज में। उस टाइम के जो डायलैक्ट्स थे वो कौन से थे, लेटिन और जर्मन। ये दोनों मोस्ट फेबुलस डायलैक्ट्स थे उस टाइम के, और इसने वर्क भी बहुत ज़्यादा किया था लैंग्वेजेस के ऊपर। तो जर्मन और लैटिन के अंदर लिटरेचर लिखा गया था, और जो एंग्लो सैक्सोन लोग थे वो जो है ओल्ड इंग्लिश बोला करते थे। और उन्होंने वो जो सेल्स वाली ब्रेथोन एंड गैल्स वाली खाली एरा है ना गाइस, ब्रेथोन से मुराद ब्रिटेन, और गैल्स से मुराद आज हम गैल्स को ग्रीस कहते हैं, क्लियर। तो ब्रेथोन एंड गैल्स भी इसे कहते थे। उस खाली लैंड को इन्होंने एक नाम दिया था, वो नाम था एंग्लियन लैंड। एंग्ली लैंड भी कहते हैं, ठीक है, एंग्लियाई लैंड भी कहते हैं। तो एक्चुअल नाम जो है वो एंग्लियन लैंड था। उस एंग्लियन लैंड को आज हम इंग्लैंड कहते हैं। सो ये ब्रीफ हिस्ट्री थी, और इंग्लिश का ओल्ड नेम भी एंग्लो सैक्सोन कहा जाता है मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स। अच्छा, अब क्वेश्चन अराइज होता है कि भाई इंग्लिश कितनी ज़बानों से मिलके बनी। इंग्लिश के ऊपर 29% जो इन्फ्लुएंस है ना इंग्लिश के ऊपर 29% जो इन्फ्लुएंस है वो लैटिन लैंग्वेज का है, और इसके अलावा फ्रेंच लैंग्वेज का है। यानी टोटल जो इंग्लिश बनी है वो 8 ज़बानों से बनी है। जर्मन, लैटिन, फ्रेंच, ग्रीक, डच, स्पेनिश, रोमन एंड संस्कृत। ये 8 वो लैंग्वेजेस हैं जो मिले हैं, जिनकी कॉम्बिनेशन हुई है, उसके बाद एक इंग्लिश बनी है, क्लियर। उसके बाद अमेरिकन इंग्लिश का, भाई अमेरिका जब वजूद में आया था उसके काफ़ी बाद अमेरिका जो है ना तरक्की करने लगा। जैसे ही तरक्की करने लगा तो इन्होंने क्या किया, ये ताना मारने लगा ब्रिटिश वालों को, जस्ट लाइक कि हम आपके बाद आए हैं, हमने ये किया है टेक्नोलॉजी में, आपने क्या किया। हम आपके बाद आए हैं, हमने स्पेस टेक्नोलॉजी में ये किया है, स्पेस क्राफ्ट में ये किया है, एस्ट्रोनॉमी में ये किया है, कंप्यूटर टेक्नोलॉजी में ये किया, रोबोटिक्स में ये किया, आपने क्या किया। मतलब ये जो है ताने पे ताना जब ब्रिटिश वालों को देते रहे, तो एक ताना ब्रिटिश वालों ने भी दे दिया कि कितने भी सक्सेसफुल हो जाओ, आप इंग्लिश तो हमारी ही बोलोगे। तो उसी दिन गाइस अमेरिका वालों ने सोचा कि जब हम इतना कुछ बना सकते हैं तो हम अपनी इंग्लिश नहीं बना सकते। तो इसी हवाले से इन्होंने अपनी इंग्लिश बनाने की जद्दोजहद उसी दिन से स्टार्ट की थी। अब इन्होंने इंग्लिश बनाने की जद्दोजहद कैसे स्टार्ट की, उसी के ऊपर हम जो है वर्कआउट करते हैं, क्लियर। तो इंग्लिश बनाने की जद्दोजहद के पीछे इनकी बहुत सारे इम्पल्सेस थे, और काफ़ी मतलब ये जो है सक्सेसफुल भी हो गए। फिर इन्होंने कहा कि ये डिफरेंसेस क्या रखे जाएं, तो इन्होंने 4 टाइप के डिफरेंसेस रखे थे। सबसे पहला स्पेलिंग, ग्रामर, प्रोनाउंसिएशन एंड वोकेबलरी। वोकेबलरी कंसिडर नहीं किया जाता, मोस्टली 3 कहते हैं। इंग्लिश के ब्रिटिश और अमेरिकन में 3 डिफरेंसेस है। देयर आर 3 डिफरेंसेस बिटवीन ब्रिटिश एंड अमेरिकन। फर्स्ट ऑफ देम इज स्पेलिंग, ग्रामर एंड प्रोनाउंसिएशन। हाउ डू वी कॉल द स्पेलिंग डिफरेंसेस, लाइक ब्रिटिश वाले लोग कलर की स्पेलिंग लिखते हैं COLUR, जबकि अमेरिका वाले लिखते हैं COLOR। वो यू को प्रोनाउंस नहीं करता, हम करते हैं। फॉर एग्जांपल कलर का मतलब होता है रंग, क्लियर। ऐसे ही हम हेलो की स्पेलिंग लिखते हैं HELLO, वो लिखते हैं HELO। जहाँ पर हम डबल चीज़ें लगाते हैं वो सिंगल लगाते हैं। फॉर एग्जांपल रनिंग है RUNING, RUNNING, तो वो क्या करते हैं RUNING लिखते हैं, यानी जहाँ हम डबल एन लगाते हैं वो एक एन लगाते हैं। फॉर एग्जांपल हम कंप्यूटर की स्पेलिंग, हमसे मुराद ब्रिटिश वाले लोग के लिए, तो हम कंप्यूटर की स्पेलिंग हो गई या सेंटर की स्पेलिंग हम लिखते हैं CENTRE, हम लिखते हैं CENTRE, वो लिखते हैं CENTER, यानी कि सेंटर मरकज मीनिंग सेम है बट स्पेलिंग का फ़र्क है। वंस अगेन, जैसे हम एक्सीलेंट की स्पेलिंग में EXCELLENT लगाते हैं, वो EXCELENT लगाते हैं। येलो में हम डबल एल लगाते हैं, वो सिंगल एल लगाते हैं। तो इसी हवाले से जो है ना डिफरेंसेस ये थे। स्पेलिंग, ग्रामर एंड प्रोनाउंसिएशन के बारे में बात कर रहे थे, क्लियर। तो हमने स्पीकिंग के पॉइंट्स को हाईलाइट किया है कि CENTER लिखते हैं, वो हम CENTRE लिखते हैं, वो CENTER लिखते हैं, क्लियर। तो ऐसे ही एक्सीलेंट की स्पेलिंग हो गई, और डिफरेंट नंबर्स ऑफ जो स्पेलिंग्स हैं वो मैंने आपको बताई है। इसके बाद हमारे पास जो सेकेंड डिफरेंस आता है, दैट इज डिफरेंस ऑफ ऑरेशन। स्पीकिंग का डिफरेंस आता है और ग्रामर का डिफरेंस आता है। जस्ट लाइक हमारे यहाँ हम किसी से भी मिलते हैं तो हम कहते हैं हाउ आर यू, हम कहते हैं हाउ आर यू, वो कहते हैं हाउ यू आर, यानी कि WH फैमिली के वर्ड के बाद हम पहले हेल्पिंग वर्ब लगाते हैं, फिर सब्जेक्ट लगाते हैं, वो पहले सब्जेक्ट फिर हेल्पिंग वर्ब लगाते हैं। जस्ट लाइक हम कहते हैं हाउ आर यू, वो कहते हैं हाउ यू आर, हम कहते हैं व्हाट आर यू डूइंग, वो कहते हैं व्हाट यू आर डूइंग, हम कहते हैं व्हाई आर यू टेलिंग अ लाई, वो कहते हैं व्हाई यू आर टेलिंग अ लाई, हम कहते हैं व्हाई आर यू टॉकिंग लाइक दिस, वो कहते हैं व्हाई यू आर टॉकिंग लाइक दिस। तो इसी हवाले से ये जो हमारे पास कुछ डिफरेंसेस होते हैं जो हम रेगुलर बेसिस के ऊपर इंटरेक्ट करते हैं, और हम जो है नेगोशिएशन इसकी करते हैं। ये हमारे पास कुछ जो हम बात कर रहे थे, लास्ट हमारा जो टॉपिक बचा था वो ये था कि व्हाट वर द डिफरेंसेस बिटवीन ब्रिटिश एंड अमेरिकन इंग्लिश। उसमें हमारा जो लास्ट टॉपिक था वो था प्रोनाउंसिएशन, कि प्रोनाउंसिएशन का ब्रिटिश और अमेरिकन में डिफरेंस क्या होता है। देखिए हमारे यहाँ के लोग, यानी कि काले लोग, सांवले लोग, यानी ब्रिटिश वाले लोग, जब भी मतलब कोई बड़ा वकील होता है ना, उसे हम कहते हैं बैरिस्टर, BERRISTER, बैरिस्टर। जबकि अमेरिका वाले जो हैं वो अटॉर्नी कहते हैं इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ बैरिस्टर। जस्ट लाइक हमारे यहाँ बिस्किट को हम बिस्किट कहते हैं, अमेरिका वाले कुकी कहते हैं। हमारे यहाँ कार को हम कार कहते हैं, अमेरिका वाले ऑटोमोबाइल कहते हैं। तो इसी हवाले से कुछ डिफरेंसेस होते हैं, अमेरिका वाले ऑटोमोबाइल कहते हैं। तो इसी हवाले से कुछ डिफरेंसेस होते हैं जो हमें इनके हवाले से काफ़ी इन्फॉर्मेशन देती हैं। इसी हवाले से आगे अगर हम बढ़ते हैं तो हमारे पास बहुत ज़्यादा आते हैं। जस्ट लाइक हमारे यहाँ छोटा सा किराए का घर, हम उसे फ्लैट कहते हैं, अमेरिका वाले अपार्टमेंट कहते हैं। हमारे यहाँ जो इंजन की डिक्की का ढक्कन होता है हम उसे बोनेट कहते हैं, BONNET, बोनेट कहते हैं। जबकि अमेरिका वाले HOOD हुड कहते हैं। हमारे यहाँ जिस जगह पर हम खाना पीना खाते हैं उस जगह को हम होटल कहते हैं, अमेरिका वाले मोटेल कहते हैं। हमारे यहाँ खाना पीना खाने के बाद जो हम पैसे देते हैं हम उसे बिल कहते हैं, अमेरिका वाले चेक कहते हैं। तो इसी हवाले से कुछ डिफरेंसेस होते हैं जो कि ब्रिटिश और अमेरिकन के हिसाब से होते हैं, जिनमें 3 तो मैंने आपको बता दी, ये क्लियर है। इसके बाद हमारे पास ये टॉपिक आता है कि भाई अगर हम किसी से भी मिलते हैं, जस्ट सपोज़ कि मैं आपसे पहली बार मिल रहा हूँ और मुझे आपसे मिलकर खुशी हो रही है, तो मैं आपको क्या कहूँगा। आप अगर किसी से भी मिल रहे हैं और मिलकर खुशी हो रही है तो आप उसे कहोगे नाइस टू मीट यू। क्या कहोगे? नाइस टू मीट यू। अच्छा, लाजमी नाइस टू मीट यू कहें, इसके अलावा कुछ और नहीं कह सकते। लाजमी नाइस टू मीट यू कहें, हम हैप्पी टू मीट यू कह सकते हैं। अच्छा, लाजमी हैप्पी टू मीट यू कहें, हम हैप्पी टू सी यू कह सकते हैं। लाजमी हैप्पी टू सी यू कहें, नाइस टू सी यू कह सकते हैं। लाजमी हैप्पी टू मीट यू, हैप्पी टू सी यू वगैरह कहें, हम ग्लैड टू मीट यू, ग्लैड टू सी यू कह सकते हैं। लाजमी ये कहें मर्थ टू मीट यू कह सकते हैं, मर्थ टू सी यू कह सकते हैं। अच्छा, ये सब ना कहना चाहो तो नाइस मीटिंग यू, नाइस सीइंग यू, हैप्पी मीटिंग यू, मर्थ मीटिंग यू वगैरह इस टाइप की काफ़ी चीज़ें आप यूटिलाइज कर सकते हो इंस्टीड ऑफ सच काइंड ऑफ सेंटेंसेस। अब देखिए, सपोज करें मैंने आपको एक सिचुएशन बताई है कि आप किसी पार्टी में गए, किसी बंदे से मिले, उससे मिलकर आपको खुशी हुई, आपने कहा कि नाइस टू मीट यू, हैप्पी टू मीट यू, मर्थ टू मीट यू। सपोज करें उस बंदे से मिलकर आपको खुशी ना हो, गम हो, तो आप उसे क्या कहेंगे? फिर आप कहेंगे सॉरी टू मीट यू, या सॉरी टू सी यू, या प्लीज़ टू मीट यू, प्लीज़ टू सी यू। अच्छा, अब उसी पार्टी में एक ऐसा भी बंदा आया हुआ है जिससे मिलकर आपको कोई खुशी तो नहीं हुई मगर कोई गम भी नहीं हुआ, तो ऐसे बंदे के लिए हम यूटिलाइज करते हैं आई एम अंडर इन द वाटर या आई एम डाउन इन ग्राउंड, यानी कि आपसे मिलकर ना तो मुझे कोई खुशी हुई है ना ही कोई गम हुआ। देखिए, इंग्लिश को यूटिलाइज करने के थाउजेंड ऑफ प्रोसीजर्स है। जस्ट लाइक मैं किसी से भी इसका नाम पूछता हूँ, जस्ट लाइक मैं कह रहा हूँ आपका नाम क्या है, लास्ट में मैं कहूँ व्हाट्स योर नेम, मैं ये भी तो कह सकता हूँ व्हाट्स कॉल साइन, व्हाट्स नाउन वगैरह बहुत कुछ कह सकता हूँ इंस्टीड ऑफ दिस। क्लियर? तो इसी हवाले से हमारे पास बहुत सारी चीज़ें होती हैं जो हम कह सकते हैं, बट हम क्या करते हैं, एक ही चीज़ के ऊपर अटके हुए होते हैं कि भाई यही कहनी है, इससे ज़्यादा हमने कुछ नहीं कहता। देखिए मैं आपको एक कॉमन एग्जाम्पल बताऊँगा। एक बार क्या होता है कि खुदा जब बैठे हुए होते हैं तो खुदा ने जो है ना पहले क्या किया, बहुत सारी चीज़ें बनाई। जस्ट लाइक पहले पेड़ पौधे बनाए, पेड़ पौधे बनाए, खुदा ने कहा नहीं यार मज़ा नहीं आ रहा, क्योंकि मैंने पेड़ पौधे तो बनाए, ये चल नहीं सकते, मैंने पेड़ पौधे तो बनाए हैं, ये चल नहीं सकते। अच्छा अब क्या करें? फिर खुदा ने चलने फिरने वाले जो जानवर बने, बोला यार ये चल तो सकते हैं बट ये उड़ नहीं सकते। तो कहा अब क्या करें? बोला चलो ठीक है उड़ने वाले परिंदे बना लेते। बोला ये उड़ तो सकते हैं, ये बोल नहीं सकते। ठीक है, फिर कुछ ऐसे जानवर बनाए जो डिफरेंट सिग्नल से मतलब बोल सकते हैं। अच्छा बोल तो सकते हैं बट क्या वो समझ नहीं सकते, समझ तो सकते हैं फिर इन्वेंशन नहीं कर सकते। तो इसी हवाले से चलते 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 लास्ट में क्या किया कि खुदा ने इंसान को बना दिया। जब इंसान को बनाया तो खुदा खुद हैरान हो गई, यार ये मैंने क्या किया। यानी फरिश्तों का इम्तिहान लेने के लिए खुदा खुद कुछ वक्त के लिए ऐसा महसूस किया जैसे वो हैरान हो। तो उन्होंने इंसान बनाया, उसके बाद उन्होंने कहा कि यार मैंने इंसान तो बनाया, इसके पास एबिलिटी है, ये सब कुछ कर सकता है, और जब ये सब कुछ कर सकता है तो मुझे भी ढूंढ सकता है। कोई ऐसी जगह बताओ जहाँ पर मैं जाके बैठूँ और ये मुझे ढूंढ ना सके। पहला बंदा बोला खुदा आप पाक, इससे क्या, ये कौन सी बड़ी बात है। उसने भगवान को कहा कि आप जाके सातवें आसमान पे बैठ जाओ। खुदा भगवान गॉड अल्लाह और भगवान ने बनाया इंसान, वो सॉन्ग है ना। तो इसी हवाले से मैं ये बिलीव करता हूँ कि ह्यूमैनिटी सबसे बड़ा रिलीजन है, तो मैं गॉड और उन सबको एक ही मानता हूँ। ठीक है, तो क्या हुआ कि उन्होंने कहा कि आप सातवें आसमान पे बैठ जाएं। तो उसने खुदा ने जवाब दिया, बोला यार नहीं, ये जो मैंने इंसान बनाया ना इसके पास माइंड है, ये कुछ भी कर सकता है, ये कभी ना रॉकेट बना के ऊपर पहुंच जाएगा, सातवें आसमान पे नहीं। बोला फिर आप एक काम करें। बोला क्या? बोला आप एक काम करें, आप जो है ना सातवें आसमान को आप छोड़ें, आप एक काम करें, आप जंगल में जाके बैठ। तो कहा कि आप जंगल में जाके बैठ जाएं। तो उन्होंने कहा कि नहीं यार इसके पास माइंड है, ये लकड़ियाँ काटते काटते एक दिन जंगल भी पहुंच जाएगा। बोला फिर आप एक काम करें, आप जो है ना पहाड़ों में जाकर छुप जाएं, पहाड़ों में जाकर बैठ जाएं। बोला नहीं, ये एक दिन माउंटेन को तोड़ के उनमें से भी चीज़ें बनाएगा, वहाँ भी नहीं छुप सकता। तो फिर एक और ज़हीन था, उसने कहा कि फिर तो डेफिनेटली खुदा एक ऐसी जगह है जहाँ ये आपको ढूंढ ही नहीं सकता। बोला वो कौन सी है? बोला आप जो है ना ज़मीन के नीचे चले जाओ, ज़मीन के नीचे तो ये ढूंढ ही नहीं पाएगा। तो खुदा ने मुस्कुरा कर जवाब दिया, बोला ये ऑयल वगैरह निकालेंगे और एक दिन ज़मीन के अंदर भी घुस जाएंगे। अब बताओ। तो सारे के सारे हैरान, अब साइलेंस हो गए, जिसके पास जो भी आंसर था उन सब ने दे दिया। तो खुदा मुस्कुराए और उन्होंने कहा कि एक जगह ऐसी है जहाँ पर ये मुझे नहीं ढूंढ सकता। बोला कौन सी? बोला क्यों ना मैं इसी के अंदर घुस के बैठ जाता, इसी के हार्ट में घुस के बैठ जाता हूँ, इंसान के हार्ट में घुस के बैठ जाता हूँ। ये पूरी दुनिया झाल कर देख लेगा मगर अपने अंदर कभी भी नहीं देखेगा कि हु एम आई, मैं कौन हूँ, मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ, मैं किस लिए बना हूँ। क्लियर? जब खुदा हमारे और हम खुदा के दिल में बसते हैं तो इस छोटी सी चीज़ इंग्लिश को दिल में बसाना कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है। ठीक है, इंग्लिश एक बहुत ज़्यादा, इट इज़ द सिंपलेस्ट वन लैंग्वेज। क्लियर? इन केस यू विल ट्राई वंस। खुदा हमारे और हम खुदा के दिल में बसते हैं तो छोटी सी इंग्लिश को दिल में बसाना कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है। ठीक है, अच्छा उसके बाद जो है इंग्लिश के लिए आपके पास सेकंड रिक्वायर ये चीज़ें जान ली, उसके बाद आप बेसिक चीज़ें जानें, जस्ट लाइक कि सब्जेक्ट क्या होता है, ऑब्जेक्ट क्या होता है। खुदा हमारे और हम खुदा के दिल में बसते हैं तो छोटी सी इंग्लिश को दिल में बसाना कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है। ठीक है, अच्छा उसके बाद जो है इंग्लिश के लिए आपके पास सेकंड रिक्वायर ये चीज़ें जान ली, उसके बाद आप बेसिक चीज़ें जानें, जस्ट लाइक कि सब्जेक्ट क्या होता है, ऑब्जेक्ट क्या होता है, की डेफिनेशन क्या है, ऑब्जेक्ट की डेफिनेशन क्या है। गाइस सब्जेक्ट की डेफिनेशन है इट इज़ डूअर ऑफ वर्क, यानी कि काम करने वाला जो है ना वो सब्जेक्ट होता है। जस्ट लाइक मैंने आपको कहा कि आई एम राइटिंग अ लेटर, सब्जेक्ट आज जो है वो क्या कर रहा है, खत लिख रहा है, यानी कि एक काम करने वाला है। जस्ट लाइक वी आर प्लेइंग क्रिकेट, हम क्रिकेट खेल रहे हैं, क्रिकेट खेलना भी एक काम है। शी इज़ राइटिंग अ लेटर, वो खत लिख रही है, खत लिखना भी एक काम है। तो इसी हवाले से सब्जेक्ट की डेफिनेशन है डूअर ऑफ वर्क, यानी काम करने वाला। ऑब्जेक्ट की डेफिनेशन है ऑन विच वर्क इज डन, जिस पे काम किया जाए। जस्ट लाइक मैंने कहा, एक कॉमन सी एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ कि आई एम राइटिंग अ लेटर, मैं काम कर रहा हूँ, क्या कर रहा हूँ, किस पे कर रहा हूँ, खत पे कर रहा हूँ। आई एम राइटिंग अ लेटर, यानी काम किस पे हो रहा है, खत पे, तो खत आपका ऑब्जेक्ट है। जस्ट लाइक आई एम प्लेइंग क्रिकेट, मैं क्रिकेट खेल रहा हूँ, काम किस पे हो रहा है, क्रिकेट पे हो रहा है, तो क्रिकेट क्या है आपका, ये ऑब्जेक्ट है। तो इसी हवाले से सब्जेक्ट की डेफिनेशन होती है डूअर ऑफ वर्क, ऑब्जेक्ट की डेफिनेशन होती है